Kim Kardashian, her favorite hobby, other than dating these sort of meth head looking people from Saturday Night Live, her favorite hobby is trying to spring criminals from prison. She loves it. This is one of the things that really harmed the Trump administration, is that the Trump administration, which was brought to power on really popular issues, get tough on crime, get tough on the border, bring some sense and stability back to our country. Well, he ended up pushing this jailbreak bill, and he did it in large part because of the advocacy of people like Kim Kardashian, who say, well, these poor people who are in prison, they were unfairly convicted, or even so, their sentence was too harsh, even if they did the crime. So Kim Kardashian recently has gone too far, apparently even for her and her handlers. She's been trying to get Texas Governor Greg Abbott to stop the execution of a mother who brutally beat and murdered her 2-year-old daughter. So this mother, her name is Melissa Lucio, she pled guilty to the crime. And Kim Kardashian said, no, it was a false confession. She didn't really do it. Melissa Lucio's daughter, Mariah, was found dead, and she had a weeks-old broken arm. The arm had been broken for weeks, but no one had treated it. She had bite marks on her body. She had patches of hair missing, and so the mother was arrested for kill. Oh, and when the mother was arrested, by the way, she was asked, how did the little girl die? And the mother said she fell down the stairs. This is the oldest line in the book for people who abuse their spouses and abuse their families. She said she fell down the stairs. And that's what Kim Kardashian was pushing. Then, by the way, they did an examination of how the girl died. She didn't die from falling down the stairs. She died from blunt force trauma. Melissa Lucio had 13 other kids who were not in particularly great shape either. And this poor little girl was killed, and now Kim Kardashian begging to free this woman. Obviously, she should not be. But Kardashian's not alone here. The real issue with the Ketanji Jackson confirmation is this issue. And I'm not even just talking about child abuse, because Ketanji had this weird history of letting child rapists and pedophiles off the hook. It's this issue of always taking the side of the criminal to the neglect of the victim. That the criminal must always have been done wrong by society. And what we need to do is just let them off the hook, reduce sentences, let them out of jail, abolish prisons if we can, defund the police. That's the problem. That's what they say. Now, obviously, that premise is not right. But it's a premise that totally pervades the left. It gets back to that question Tom Cotton asked. He said, you Judge Jackson, you spent your whole sentencing here talking about how sorry you felt for the perpetrator of the crime. Do you feel any sorrow for the victim? Or no, you're only taking the criminal's side? And it just gets down to a fundamental view of how we see the world. Do you believe that men are perfect, we're born perfect, there's no original sin, and the only way we're corrupted is by society, and how society got corrupted, that's another question, and society's so broken, and these poor criminals, they're put upon, they never had a chance, and we've got to be really good to them. We've got to give them a second, third, fourth, 75th, 127th chance. Or do men have some corruption in their hearts? Is this a broken world, and is the best way to deal with that corruption to pursue justice, real justice, for victims and for the criminals, by the way, to help reform their ways? Which is it? Are we going to end up with utopia if we just tweak a few more laws, or do we need to perpetually deal with crime and pursue justice? The latter is the conservative point of view. The former is the liberal point of view. It's pushed by Kim Kardashian and Judge Jackson and everyone in between. We've got a Kardashian on the court now when we're talking about our basic premises of criminal justice. One ought to pray for our country with that kind of point of view on the court. Right now, go to hunterdouglas.com/Knowles. I did not realize this before I got my house in Nashville and really started to take a little more care into the way I was living, to, no longer living on a pile of magazines on the floor, but actually taking care about the beauty of my home. Windows and window treatments, I think they might be the single most important thing in your home, because it determines how the light comes in. It totally shapes how you live in your home. Hunter Douglas has incredible designs, gorgeous fabrics, control systems so advanced they can be scheduled to automatically adjust to their optimal position throughout the day as the sun moves through the sky. It's incredible. The shades diffuse the harsh sunlight. They cast this beautiful glow across the room. It's phenomenal. Take my word for it right now. go to Hunter Douglas. Make your home beautiful. That's hunterdouglas.com/Knowles. Head over there today. Get your free Style Gets Smarter design guide with fresh takes, creative ideas, and smart solutions for dressing your windows. hunterdouglas.com/Knowles for your free design guide. I'm glad you liked that clip. Now, ring the bell, subscribe, make sure you get the notifications. Also, head on over to Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play, wherever you get your audio podcasts. Subscribe to The Michael Knowles Show. Leave a 5-star review. We'll see you next time.